Leafs travel to Newark, New Jersey. Garden City, as they call it, as the Guardians of the Gilded Gazebos tonight, brought to you by Molson. Molson, everyone in. It will be Anthony Stolarz returning to his, pretty much his hometown. He's 8-5-2 with a 2.22 goals against average, 1-1-1 lifetime against the New Jersey Devils with a 2.38 goals against average. And the Leafs will defend the goal to our right, and the Devils are to our left. And we are underway as the puck is dropped and it's down into the Toronto zone, and Stolarz will leave it there for Chris Tanev. He'll swing it around the boards. It was cut off before it reached Matthew Nyes. Now down in around back of the net goes Bratt. Jesper Bratt gets it back into the corner. Fed by Laguerre back to the point, and a shot. That was blocked and it goes wide of the net. Back of the goal. Devils starting quickly here as they get it back to the point. Another shot. That was stopped. There's a rebound. Down is Stolarz. And the New Jersey native has got the puck underneath his glove with Andre Palat right on the doorstep.
I don't know how many of those officially got to Anthony Stolarz, but a couple of them, Joe, he looked like he had no idea where the puck had gone.
Yeah, a couple times he lost it, didn't he?
Hit some bodies in front. It was Brett Pesce that let it go the second time. That it caught Stolarz in the crest, and even that he didn't react on it till late.
29 seconds into the period. The face-off is won by Toronto. Morgan Rielly punching it out at center ice. This is sliding down into New Jersey territory. Siegenthaler goes back after it. Got a hit there from Pacioretty. Leafs get Max Domi back into the lineup, which is good news. Some of the infirmary is starting to get a little thinner, which is always good news. And the depth, as far as the Leafs are concerned, is going to improve as a rolling puck goes to the side of the Toronto goal. Knocked up on the boards, grabbed off by Rielly. Second trip to New Jersey as a glove pass. Now everybody just standing around not wanting to touch it, and the official says, that's not how this game is going to end, fellas. You just can't stand there for the next two periods.
And I think the discussion now is, where's the face-off going to be? The puck was inside the Leaf blue line, and I think the face-off may be in the Leaf zone. And I think that's why Craig Berube, we saw, just had a brief conversation with the official.
Yep.
So if you know that, would you not have
tried to play it?
Yeah.
Yep. Well, Leafs win the face-off. Chipped along the boards by Lorenz. He scored the winning goal in the meeting between these two teams in New Jersey. Second game of the regular season. Brought on by the Devils, now in on the right side. Trying to work into the corner with it is Cotter. He'll work it back in along the boards and back of the net. Looking to make a pass back for Nosen, but it didn't work, and it's out into the center ice area, and the Leafs will shoot it in to the New Jersey zone. Out of the net was Jacob Markstrom. He gets the start for the Devils here tonight. He's 13-6-1 with a 2.51 goals against average. Really the biggest signing that the Devils made in the offseason to try and shore up their goaltending, as the puck comes to center ice and it's brought on the left wing now by Ekman Larsson. He tried to shoot it in, but it hit a leg. Here comes an opportunity now the other way for the Devils, and a wrist shot is snapped just wide of the goal. Nathan Bastian getting that shot away. Puck along the boards, goes around back of the net. Bastian with it again. And it's gone out of play, and there'll be a face-off coming in the Toronto zone.
Well, last 18 games, the New Jersey Devils are 12-6. Of the 6 losses, 5 times they've been shut out, which is hard to believe, isn't it?
Yep.
And they usually,
especially with their power play, Ralph.
I mean, their power play has been incredible. 3 times they've hit the 3-goal mark in a game. 6 times they've had 2 goals in a game on the power play.
They're the #1 power play in the league, as a shot from a sharp angle is handled by Stolarz, and there'll be a face-off in the New Jersey end as a result. First period brought to you by Bet365. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 19 plus. Ontario only. Play responsibly. Visit ConnexOntario.ca.
I know it's early. I know he stopped all 4 shots. But Anthony Stolarz doesn't look as crisp as we've seen him.
There's a shot that he has stopped again and smothered.
I mean, it's a little bit back on the goal line, like we said on a couple of screenshots. He hasn't been able to fight through to see it. Now, I've always found best goaltenders in the game are guys that may not look great or feel great, but can still win hockey games for you. Curtis Joseph was like that.
Oh, boy, was he ever. At the point, another wrist shot, blockered high in the air, volleyball to the right wing boards. Marner doesn't get to it. It comes off the wing, and Tanev will bank it out at center. Marner tipping it ahead for Matthews. Matthews in over the line, got taken to the boards. Marner got to it, and the Devils get it to the line, but not out. Chopped to the left wing side. Pacioretty into the corner. Marner swinging it around to the far side. Matthews lifted the stick of the Devils player, but the puck goes around back of the net. And Kovacevic is there for New Jersey to play it into the left wing boards, and out at center ice it comes. Devils through center and in over the line. Stopping up there was Jack Hughes. Got it in now in a wrap around attempt. Blocked there by the foot of Stolarz. I believe he got over in time. Kept in by Hughes into the slot. Knocked back towards the blue line. Hamilton keeping it in, but it's intercepted and now brought on by the Maple Leafs, and Matthews will chip it into the left wing corner. Nyes into the forecheck, but doesn't get there in time to disrupt it. Now he does as a pass intercepted. Got a shot away, and that was blocked. Played up on the wing, and Nyes back in the center ice area gets it back to his defense, who regroup and get it ahead. Nylander couldn't get it in over the line to Tavares. Played back into the Toronto zone, cleared by Stolarz to his defenseman on the far side. Ekman Larsson gets it ahead, but it's intercepted by the Devils. Good work there done by Nyes, but it's back to the point in a shot. That's blocked, and the Maple Leafs are pulling away now with Nyes getting it out at center. Too far for Tavares. Intercepted by Nyes. Backhanded deeper this time into Devils territory, and we're 4 minutes and 15 seconds into the first period.
Leafs have had a few slow starts in a row now, haven't they? Shots on goal already 7-0. We're only 4.5 minutes in.
And around the boards and into the corner. It bounces to the left wing side. Brought on by Steven Lorenz to center. On to Max Domi. Domi back into the lineup. Got the puck into the slot area, but no one there. Back to the point, and between defensemen, it's going to slide all the way back to goaltender Stolarz, who drops it off for Tanev, who plays it up the right wing boards. Leafs in the midst of a change. Devils get it in over the line. Stopping up was Justin Dowling. Got it in front of the net. Oh, and a good pad save with the left leg made by Stolarz on a scrambly play in front of the Leaf goal. Played down into the Devils' end. Reeves misses a hit, plays it back at the net, got it back again, tried to play it into the corner, but it was knocked away, and it comes back to the point. Riley got a shot away, and the first shot on goal for Toronto is a wrister from the point that Jacob Markstrom has no difficulties with.
Remember, Anthony Stolarz did not play New Jersey the first time the Leafs were there this season, because he had opened the season with the Leafs in Montreal the night before. It was a 1-0 loss. Dennis Hildeby got the start and his first NHL win.
I don't think Stolarz got the pad over there, did he? It went off the side of the goal on the wraparound attempt that I gave him credit for. Leafs win the draw. Here's Marner getting a shot towards the net, but it deflects wide, and now Karam's out at center ice, and Marner goes back to his own blue line to restore it, and Riley starts back up ice on the left wing. He'll shoot it in around the boards into the far corner. Getting to it there, Pacioretty along with Marner. Puck comes free. Pinching was Myers. Myers trying to keep it in, and now it bounces out at center ice. Riley is there, and he's going to shoot it right back in again. Leafs still waiting for Jake McCabe to be healthy enough, although there was some speculation he might play tonight. But it is Domi coming off the injured reserve list, and Gromentkin goes back to the Marlies as a result. As we get a whistle here with 14:01 to play in the first period, and there is no score from the Prudential Center in lovely downtown historic Newark, New Jersey.
Remember a month or 6 weeks ago we were talking about what are the Leafs going to do? They've got so many forwards.
Isn't that it's true, and you can sit there, and as soon as it comes out of someone's mouth, you just go, just wait.
Yeah.
Give it a month, we'll let you know. One of the Devils Hughes being waved out of the face-off circle. And so Andre Palat will move in. Tavares leaning in for the Maple Leafs and wins the draw, and it comes back to the point. Ekman-Larsson purposely shot it wide of the net. Tavares back of the goal, hoping to get it out in front. Nyes was in position, but it comes back to the point on the right side. Tanev with a wrist shot. That goes deflecting well wide of the goal. Nyes in the near corner. Battling with it now, trying to get it back to the point, and he has. Ekman-Larsson fanned on a shot, knocked it back in, and Nyes couldn't do much with it. And now a lead pass goes down into the Toronto zone. Pushed to the wall. There was Palat. The puck comes into the slot. Hughes can't come up with it, and the Maple Leafs bank it out at center ice. Hughes dropping it back. Leafs regroup it in their own zone. Up ahead it comes on the left wing for Domi. Domi gets in with a shot. He fired it high and wide of the goal, and it caroms all the way to center ice. Benoit will regroup. Has it now in the Toronto zone. Up the left wing boards. Off Lorenz and in. Domi hustling in there after it with Fraser Minton. The puck comes out at center ice, and with one man back, Nosen gets it in over the line for the Devils, but can't get around the defense. Good play made there by Benoit. Now a centering pass, and off a skater goes wide of the goal. Tipped in by the Devils into the corner. New Jersey trying to cycle the puck. It goes free into the far corner. Timmins bangs in there with Eric Holla. The puck along the boards and cleared by the Devils themselves. And it comes all the way down the ice. The Devil himself, did you say? Yes, I did. Played it all the way back into his own zone. Did you see it?
Sound like an advocate.
Well, maybe it sounds like a believer. Played up on the right wing side. Dowling will keep it alive. New Jersey with a tip in now on the left wing side. A backhand pass. Good back checking there by Reeves. He deflected the pass away from its intended receiver as it bounces into the crease area. And we've got a pretty good scrum going on there, but Anthony Stolarz has got the big oven mitt on it and will stop play. That's just good hustle by Ryan Reeves to get back and deflect that pass away from the goal mouth. 11:56 to go, scoreless first period. You're listening to Molson Leaf Hockey on Sportsnet 590 The Fan and the Maple Leafs Radio Network. Leafs nothing and the New Jersey Devils nothing. The Leafs have another game coming up this week. Thursday night, the Ducks of Anaheim will be in town with pretty much a bit of a new roster going there with Jacob Trouba being along. You're going to have to keep your head up with Gudas and Trouba patrolling the blue line. Two of the bigger hitters in the National Hockey League. Round back of the net, laid up on the boards then by Tanev. That went off a skate or stick, and so icing waved off. And Kovacevic is back with a pass up the middle. And then an errant feed goes into the right wing side, flipped towards the front of the net there by Nico Hischier. And the Leafs come out with it. Nicely played off the skate to get it ahead. Benoit launches it high, but it's going to end up being an icing.
The Leafs just seem to be in quicksand right now, don't they? Having a hard time getting the puck out of their zone. Have had very little offensive zone time as we're nearing the midway mark of the opening period. New Jersey does come into this game coming off a 4-0 loss to the Colorado Avalanche. And that happened at home ice. As I've said, they've been shut out 5 times this season. That's 5 of the 6 recent losses that they've had, which is kind of hard to believe, isn't it, when you look at the offense they have.
Fired in by New Jersey, and around the boards it goes to the far side. Timmins couldn't come up with it. Centering pass knocked away by defenseman Benoit. Timmins takes his man in. The puck goes back of the net. Centering effort grabbed off by Bratt. Back to the point it comes. Timmins knocks his man down to regain the puck and then play it ahead. Benoit banking it out at center, and Nylander works it in over the line to Tavares. Tavares sending it back for Willie in the far corner. Little tip pass for Nyes, but he couldn't shoot it. Now when he centers it, it's out of the reach of Nylander, and out come the Devils as they circle back with Hughes getting things organized in his own zone. Brett Pesce waits for the rest of his teammates to get exchanged. Now the puck comes free. Bratt gets it up on the left wing with some room. In around the boards, trying to drive Cotter, going around back of the net. Knocked up on the boards for the Leafs. And it'll be played off the glass and out into the center ice area. Domi couldn't get to it. Fed ahead by Myers. And then shot in on a delayed offside. And the Leafs get it in deep finally. And Markstrom will leave it in behind the net. Laid up on the left wing. A errant pass gobbled up by Toronto. Leafs defense has it now in their own zone. A pass ahead for Lorenz from Reeves in on the left wing for Minton. Getting it back to the point. Benoit into the slot area. Timmins with a wrist shot. That got through almost, but it was blocked in front of the net at the last second by Dougie Hamilton. And played now to center ice by New Jersey. No score, first period. We got about 9.5 minutes to go in the frame. Backhand shot hit a leg. Another shot hits another leg. And it caroms off of Connor Dewar and ends up going out of play. And Dougie Hamilton bent over after blocking that shot in front of the New Jersey net. No score. Leafs and the Devils. Devils with 10 shots on goal. The Leafs with a solitary one on a wrister from Morgan Riley. You're listening to Molson Leaf Hockey on Sportsnet 590 The Fan and the Maple Leafs Radio Network. Leafs nothing, Devils nothing. First period from the Prudential Center. Launched high into center ice. Pacioretty able to force it a little bit deeper into New Jersey territory. Devils back there. Hischier now starts out with it, and he skates it straight up the ice at center. Right wing pass off the skates by Mercer. Dawson Mercer got it into the goal crease. They're banging away at it. And it is knocked away by the Maple Leafs finally and cleared back into Devils territory. Newfoundland's Dawson Mercer with a good chance there on a scramble in front of Anthony Stolarz. Ekman Larson shields the puck nicely. Tavares gets it ahead. Nylander coming through center. Back to Tavares and across the line on the wing for Riley. Backhanded to the side of the goal. Centered in front of the net by Nylander. But unable to get there in time was Nyes. Now Riley shooting the puck right back in again. Tavares into the forecheck. Nyes comes out of the corner with it. Then circles back into the traffic. Had it knocked off his stick. And the Devils will push it out at center with 8:18 to go in a scoreless first period. Devils in with a pass into the goal crease area. Good defensive play made there by Morgan Riley. And brought out at center before being tackled was Nyes. Back in comes Hughes into the slot. Shot blocked. And then another stick is broken. That time it was Dewar who had his stick snapped in half, blocking the shot. And the Devils on the rebound. Puck bounced right over the New Jersey player's stick, or he had a glorious chance. Devils get it up on the left wing. Brought into the Toronto zone. Tanev marking his man well. Long shot deflects wide. Trying to center it was Hughes. He breaks his stick. There's more debris on the ice now than at a wood chopper's ball. Shot back down into the Devils zone. Played around back of the net.
You ever been to a wood chopper's
many
ball?
of them. Many of them, Ralphie. They're a lot of fun. You bring your own axe and along the... See what happens when you have a fertile imagination? It gets you into trouble. Minton will send it back down into the Devils zone. Markstrom playing it around the boards. Going to need a host of Canadian beavers out there to chew up some of that wood. Oh, well, no, most of it's been tidied up by the officials. Played high and down into the zone. We should tell you that Mitch Dunning and Tom Chmielewski are the referees. Kyle Flemington and Johnny Murray are the linesmen who are doing the cleanup duty.
They have had less to do than Jacob Markstrom so far.
Yes,
Markstrom still
true.
just one shot on goal. The Leafs have had the New Jersey end.
And yet it is scoreless. Played out at center ice. Leafs trying to get it free. Nylander's pass was intercepted. Brought in by three Devils on the left wing. A centering pass. And Mercer failed to connect on it. Then a centering effort from the corner is blocked and smothered then by Stolarz. And there'll be a face-off coming in the Toronto zone as a result with 6:21 to go in the period.
Wood chopper's ball. Wasn't that a Disney movie?
Now you're asking me as if I'm supposed to know the answer to this. I do not know. I think there was some sort of a cartoon, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know.
That.
Yeah. You know what? Just tag along.
Yeah, I am. I would have said it would remind you of when you played street hockey as a kid. You put all the sticks in. And
Oh,
you
yeah.
just threw it.
That would have been a good analogy, but I didn't have time. Here's a loose puck in front of the Leaf goal that's carried into the corner. This is a tough job, you know. You got to think on your feet. Things happen really quickly, like all of the debris. Got back into the Toronto zone. Benoit up against the boards, freed it up, and then a hit there back of the net. Secured it for the Devils, trying to work out as Timo Meier from the point shot. That didn't make it through, blocked in front of the net by Benoit. Another deflection in front of the net, steered away by Stolars, brought on by Matthews. Matthews hits the line, drops it off for Pacioretty. On the wing, it comes in front for Marner! And he shot it wide. And then Matthews was tackled in front of the goal. Never mind Woodchopper's ball. We're in a football game. Back to the point it comes. Kept in by Timmins. Round the boards, it's going to come to the near side. Ekman-Larsson is able to get it in along the boards for Matthews. Matthews loses it. Launched high to center ice by New Jersey, forcing Connor Timmins back into his own zone.
Well, Siegenthaler's one job is to stay with Austin Matthews when the Leafs have the puck in the Jersey end.
5:08 to play in the period. Still no score. Played in over the line and from the wrong side of center ice as the linesman. So an icing call is coming here. And a faceoff will be back in the Toronto zone with 5:02 left to play in the period. Just one shot on goal. So many years ago, I recall
Morgan
the
Riley's
Continental,
wrist shot.
Continental Airlines Arena, a playoff game in which the Leafs were recorded as having under 10 shots on goal for the game. You remember that?
Yes, I do. I think didn't somebody go back and watch the tape and it was actually closer to 15
a
or
lot
16.
more, yeah.
Not a lot more.
Yeah, but it didn't matter. They didn't score a goal. That was the issue.
Yeah.
Icing call here against Toronto again.
That was a game 7 as well, was it not?
Yes, it was. Yeah. Face off in the New Jersey end. The Continental Airlines Arena was a wonderful spot to visit. You couldn't get there from here. No matter where you were.
Yeah, but you could see it from everywhere.
You could see it from everywhere, but you just couldn't get there from here. Freeways going left, right, up, down, backwards, and forwards. On the right wing side, Dougie Hamilton's shot was blocked by Lorenz, who flexes that stick to make sure it isn't broken. Good play by Minton to tie his man up in the corner. Lorenz trying to chip it by the pinching defenseman, and the Leafs get it out. And it'll be knocked off a glove back into New Jersey territory. Brendan Dillon got it ahead up on the right side for Hughes. Hughes trying to get around Morgan Riley, ended up doing so. Then off a skate it goes, and the Leafs counter. Brought on now by Nylander with speed in on the left wing for Riley. Riley back for Nylander, and it was deflected by then it came in front and went right by Matthew Nyes. He was coming down the slot and could not make contact, or he was in position A. Now he intercepts a pass. He's dragged down. Hello? Nope, don't see any arms up. No, Leafs have the puck, and the Devils have touched it. No penalty. Here's Nylander in across the line. Dropped it off for Tavares. He couldn't pull it up to his forehand. And now Tavares is going to get a slashing call. Isn't he?
I thought Jersey might have been the team to take it.
Oh, it
yeah,
is. Yep, you're right. Yep.
Yeah, I believe it's Eric Halla is going to go for the Devils. So the Leafs will get the first power play of this game and try to increase the shot totals from 1.
You're listening to Molson Leaf Hockey on Sportsnet 590, The Fan, and the Maple Leafs Radio Network. Leafs going to the power play for the first time for either team. And the Maple Leafs power play is 17 of 85, 18th in the National Hockey League. Now, the bad news is they've given up 3 shorthanded goals.
Well, 2 of them into an empty net against Pittsburgh on Friday.
Sure,
That's
bring
gonna
that
count,
up to help with here's a centering pass that was cut off, and now the Devils on a shorthanded rush with Matthews, the lone defender. A pass back into the slot, and Matthews got in the way of Nico Hischier. Austin Matthews showing a little bit of defensive prowess. Now he has the puck on the offense. In on the left wing for Nyes. Back to Matthews. Matthews trying to settle as it comes around on the near side for Marner. Chip back in behind the net. Grabbed off by Dillon, and Brendan Dillon is going to send it out and down the ice. Marner goes around back of the net. Brought out to the blue line. Now dropped. Nylander carries to the line in the end. Flipped in for Nyes. Nyes sends it back for Willie, but a bad pass is picked off, and now here's a chance for Jesper Bratt. Closing in with a backhand shot. That is smothered by Stolarz. And the Leafs will get the 5 forwards off the ice and bring on a second unit.
The Leafs have not lost 3 consecutive regulation games this season. They did go through that stretch where they were 0-2-1. You remember it was a loss in St. Louis, overtime loss in Minnesota. So from a Toronto standpoint, they've been able to avoid any kind of lengthy streak. But boy, the way they've started this hockey game, they could be in a little bit of trouble.
Excuse me, Mr. Ralph. It's nothing. Everything is under control.
Might have to get more than one more shot, though.
Well, going to need one more to at least win it. Played high to center ice and down into the Toronto zone. The 14 against is inconsequential. That's just showing you Stolarz is playing really well.
Well, I will watch with interest.
Played in by Minton. Played into the corner. Pacioretty tries to help him out. Minton against the boards to the far corner. Grabbed off in the far side now by Ekman-Larsson. Ekman-Larsson pulls up. Still with it. Back along the boards. Minton plays it around on the wall to Riley. Riley pass to the far side. Grabbed off there. A centering effort by Ekman-Larsson is turned away and played out at center ice as the penalty has expired with 1:32 to go in the period. Brought on by Kovacevic. Taken off the disc there nicely by Dewar. But Dewar's reverse play wasn't hard enough, and it is grabbed off now, and a shot deflects somewhere. The referee, did that go off the
crossbar?
And then I think up off of the screen, because there was a delayed reaction as it went into the corner, and finally play blown dead. But the reverse by Dewar is what triggered that.
It was Dougie Hamilton that was following Dewar into the Leaf zone, and when Dewar went around the net behind Stolarz, he thought he could just try to chip a little backhand pass the other way behind him. Hamilton got enough of it that it was picked up, and
Paul Cotter
to the front of the net, and Cotter rang it off the crossbar.
Draw one by Toronto. Round back of the net. Tripping there as he was doing it was Tanev. Puck maintained, but then intercepted by the Leafs and played out at center. Reeves caught kind of in the switch there, and now Dewar gets into a bit of a pushing session here along the far boards with Siegenthaler right in front of the Toronto bench. And nothing more is going to develop there. 1:05 to go in the first period. No score.
The Devils did miss the playoffs last year. They've missed 10 of the last 12 despite having the young rising stars. As for the young rising stars, they've been very fortunate since 2017. They've had 4 top 5 picks in the draft. 3 of them which are in this game tonight.
Played down in and an offside at the New Jersey blue line. And of course, Sheldon Keefe, the former coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs, snapped up by Tom Fitzgerald, who coached the New Jersey Devils after his dismissal in Toronto.
Like I said, when your franchise has missed the playoffs 10 out of 12 years, you'd take a first-round loss.
Yep.
You know, just get us there. And Sheldon Keefe showed that he could handle big-name, talented players and get them through a regular season.
Played down into the Toronto zone, sent in there by the Devils. The puck comes to an open wing, and Benoit will play it off a body and stolen here, and a shot taken, whistled wide of the goal. The rebound! And it was knocked away by Stolarz and then shot into the crowd. And I think there's going to be a penalty here to Toronto. Simon Benoit was the architect of his own demise. He coughed the puck up and got the Leafs into a hornet's nest, and then when he did get control of it, he shot it over the glass and out of play. Although he did come back and maybe save a goal,
But they are dopey, aren't they, here in the first period?
So the best power play in the National Ice Hockey League, 30 of 92. That's 32.6% goes here on a freebie. And the penalty kill brought to you by the Ontario Honda dealers as the Devils hold the puck in. On the left wing side, Hughes. Right wing side, a shot that was blocked. It didn't reach Stolarz. Puck intercepted now by Matthews. Played up on the wing and just rolled down into the zone. And I'm not sure why it wasn't iced fully. Hamilton coming back the other way. Maybe they were looking for a break from Marner, but it didn't materialize. Puck in the Toronto zone. Hamilton centering. Knocked it away there by Stolarz. Puck kept in at the blue line with 9 seconds left. Bratt trying to work it in back to the far side. Grabbed off by Hughes. Hughes to the near side. Broken up by the Maple Leafs, and that will do it. As the final shot, I don't know if it reached Anthony Stolarz or not, but the Maple Leafs withstand a first period dominated by the New Jersey Devils.
15-1, the shots favoring New Jersey, and the Leafs are the only team with a full power play. If there is a positive, the penalty the Leafs took is dissected by the intermission. So they're fortunate to go to the dressing room tied. Like I said, we've had a few of these games on this last stretch where they have not been sharp in the opening period. But fortunately, as you so eloquently brought up, scoreless after one.
Thank you very much. Ailish Forfar and Justin Cuthbert will dissect the first period. You're listening to Molson Leaf Hockey on Sportsnet 590, The Fan, and the Maple Leafs Radio Network. Leafs are looking forward to getting Rocket McMahon back, but he is not ready to go as yet. The only one off the injured list has been Max Domi, who is in the lineup tonight. And Max, let's see, played 5 minutes and 29 seconds and had one attempt blocked. Simon Benoit starts the second period in the penalty box.
What about this? 4 Devils outshot the Leafs in the first period.
Well, that's not hard when the Leafs only had 1 shot on goal.
Well, that's why I would bring it up, because it's also a rarity.
All right, fine. Devils back in their own zone, moving right to left on your radio dial. Brought in over the line by Hughes, but his backhand pass went off his skate and comes back at center. Minute 3 to go in the power play. Jasper Bratt gets it up on the right wing. Hughes going to the front of the net, but it comes back to the point. Hamilton keeping it in to Hughes. Hughes spins it back to Dougie Hamilton. Left wing side now for Hischier. He couldn't get a shot through. Hischier engaged there by Marner. Puck gets stolen. Leafs get it out and down the ice, and they're going to scamper to the bench to get a change of penalty killers. Hamilton starts up ice. Drops it back for Hughes. Hughes a bit of a stumble, but got to Mercer. Dawson Mercer got it in over the line to play it back at the net. Timmins works back at the goal to free it up. Connor Dewar trying to get it elevated, and he has. Could have been a high stick making contact there as Luke Hughes knocked it down in the center ice area, but Devils get it back across the line with 9 seconds left in the penalty. Played around the boards by Toronto. Dewar against the boards. Knocked down on the play. It goes down into the corner again for Timmins. Played around back of the net. Spun by Myers up on the wing. The Leafs don't get it out. Now when they do, the penalty is over. And it's back into the center ice area and down into New Jersey territory. So the best power play in the league really didn't have an awful lot going for it there. Brought in now by the Devils with a backhand pass into the goal crease that went wide. Played along the boards and into the corner then by Meyer. Timo Meyer knocked down behind the goal by Riley. Riley getting to it, and is there a penalty coming from out in another area code? Because the referee was standing right beside Morgan Riley.
Toronto 44, 2-minute minor slashing.
That's why you've got 2 on the ice, right?
Yep.
That 50, 110 feet away can make the call.
So a slashing call is coming to Morgan Riley.
This is one of those where, I mean, Cotter's got one hand on a stick. That's going to be enough. And once he slashed his stick, Cotter fell. So it must have been one hell of a slash.
Devils with it now with Hughes trying to center, intercepted by the Leafs, brought out now by Matthews. He's got Marner with him and then decides to curl back and kill off more time, and it is iced. Penalty kill brought to you by your Ontario Honda dealer. Get home ice advantage on every drive with the new Civic Hybrid, proudly made in Ontario. Available now at your Ontario Honda dealer. Brought in over the line with a pass across the goal crease that went wide. Devils into the corner with Hamilton around back of the net. It comes back to the blue line to Hughes. Hughes on the left wing side for Pratt. Down low, centering pass in front. Trying to look for Hamilton coming late. Leafs are able to get it freed up for Tanev. Tanev plays it back. Now Nyes wants to get rid of it. Does a good job of whipping it off the boards and getting it down the ice. Hughes goes back to retrieve the puck. Minute 8 to go in the power play. Hughes skating through center. Former Greater Toronto Hockey League product. Gets it back to the blue line. Meyer working in on the left wing. Goes around back of the Toronto goal. Fed off to the left half boards. Back to Meyer. Meyer back to the point now to Luke Hughes. And a long shot is into the glove of Stolarz and smothered with 47 seconds left to go in the penalty. And the Maple Leafs over the last little while have really been taking a lot more penalties than needed. They're, I think, third or second in the league in time, amount of time short per game.
Another game against Pittsburgh, all 5 penalties were taken outside the Leaf end of the ice. So not one was well defending or anything that you could consider a good penalty to take.
Pass into the slot area, knocked away, comes out in front. Good save made there by Stolarz. And now here's a break now for Marner. Marner down the right wing, he has a man with him going to the front of the net. Couldn't get it to pass to look over on the far side to Matthews. Back come the Devils in across the line. Marner breaks it up momentarily as it goes around back of the net. Tip to the near boards. Matthews trying to get it ahead, and he has. 2-on-1 break this time. Marner, Matthews is in alone, and he shot it wide. I don't think Markstrom got a piece of that. Great short-handed rush. A couple of opportunities with Marner and Matthews. Leafs intercept the puck in their own zone. Send it off to the defense of Timmins. He gets it ahead, and it is shot in. One shot on goal for the Devils during that power play, which is over. Tavares looks to make a pass and rolled it towards the front of the net. And roaring in there was Nylander and Nyes before Markstrom was able to get a glove on it.
Well, you really thought the second one was going to go in, didn't you? You thought, well, okay, it didn't work the first time. Let's reload it and try it again. It was almost the exact same. Mitch Marner down the right wing side. Matthews going to the net. Yeah, Matthews didn't even come close on that.
Put wide. Draw is scrummed, controlled by the Devils, played off the glass and out at center. And New Jersey with Hamilton carrying in over the line. Toronto native gets it down into the corner. Tried to center, paddle down play made by Stolarz. Leafs are able to get the puck out into the center ice area, but it's shot right back in again. Stolarz had to make another save. That's 17, and the Leafs still have that solitary, lonely one on the board. 18 shots now for New Jersey. But the only thing that's going right for the Maple Leafs is Anthony Stolar's save percentage. Left wing side, Cotter sends it into the Toronto zone. Good hit there by Myers. Puck comes free. Leafs get it out at center, but the pass by Reeves was blocked. Trying to bring it back in on the right side of the Devils into the corner. Centering pass went well wide. Reeves able to gather it up on the right wing and carries down the boards. Pens it down into the New Jersey end. Reeves in against the boards. Has it up against the wall. Had it stolen as it comes back on the boards. Now bouncing puck and played out at center by Eric Holla. And the Leafs trying to bring it right back in again, and they do. Domi gets it down into the corner before heading to the bench. Reeves against the boards, unable to block the clearing pass, and it's out at center ice as Nyes loses his stick, and the Devils get it in over the line. Drop pass now with a centering fade. It comes out in front of the goal again. Great defensive play made there by the Maple Leafs. Brought back in now by Nyes. A pass in a goal! And it's swept away there on a good save as Matthews was in alone. 2 shots on goal for Toronto.
Great setup by Matthew Nyes. They've had a number of chances already here in the second period off the rush.
Here's Marner with the rush now on the right wing side. Gets it in over the line. Couldn't get it in deep. Now battles against the boards, but it's dug out. And Luke Hughes, gets it into the Toronto zone. Leafs have doubled their shot on goal total here in the second period. An errant pass up the middle, though, is gobbled up by Dillon. Dillon dishes off to the right wing side. Hughes with a shot blocked. Brought on by Marner to center ice. Marner for the Leafs to the blue line. Slows it up. Still has it as he curls. Looks back at the blue line. Sends it towards the net. It's wide. Ekman-Larsson on the near board. Back to the point. Marner with a shot. And Markstrom may have deflected that wide of the goal. Comes back out into the center ice area. Yep, Leafs have got 3 shots on goal now as we get an offside at the Toronto blue line. So a better start to the period. We're being facetious here, but there's no question the Leafs have had a better start despite the fact that they've been shorthanded twice in this period. So the makeup calls are on the horizon. You're listening to Molson Leaf Hockey on Sportsnet 590 The Fan and the Maple Leafs Radio Network. Austin Matthews has had 2 glorious scoring chances, trying to go 5-hole on a backhand on Markstrom that was set aside.
I said to you during the first intermission, this is a game where the bottom 6 needs to contribute, right?
Matthews is 28 points in 19 games against New Jersey. He's enjoyed playing them as the puck is tipped out into the center ice area by the Leafs.
With a couple of hat tricks in there total too.
Pesce getting it ahead, and on the right side it goes for Andre Palat. He lost the puck and it's played out at center. Devils bring it right back in again into the slot on the right wing side. They score! Andre Palat cruising in, got a nice feed, and the Devils open the scoring on their 20th shot on goal.
The Leafs have had a number of turnovers of the center ice area, and this time the Devils make him pay for it. This was after Austin Matthews with a couple of great opportunities. Off the rush, here it's John Tavares that just sort of swipes at a backhand. Doesn't get much out of it. It gets out of the Leaf zone, but the Devils pick it up and roar right back into Leaf territory. And Andre Palat takes the pass in the left wing circle and snaps it short side, blocker side on Stollers to give the Devils a 1-0 lead.
4th goal of the season for Palat. And the Leafs have to try to come from behind now. Stollers did his job. He kept them in the game as it's played out in the center ice area.
Almost 106 minutes. The New Jersey Devils have been shut out until that goal.
Timmins curls at his own blue line. Fanned on the pass. Brought back in by New Jersey. Working the left wing side is Paul Cotter. He got tangled up, and Reeves trying to get it out. Couldn't. Now Timmins works up the boards and will lug it out at center. And now Minton going into the corner after it. Holmberg plays it around back of the net. Reeves went to the front of the goal. Connor Dewar got it back to the point. Long shot blocked. The rebound goes into the corner. Holmberg back to the point. Tanev with a wrist shot in traffic. That deflected high and wide. Knocked down in front of the goal was Dewar, but no call. Back to the point. A pass back in for Dewar. And a redirect in front of the net, and Holmberg couldn't get his stick on it. 4th line doing a nice job of keeping the puck in. Reeves along the boards. In goes Dewar, but can't come up with it. And the puck is sent high and out and down the ice off a stick and down into the Leaf zone. No icing. Brought back by Tanev and across the line. Leafs get to it first along the boards. Minton chops it back at the net. Domi trying to settle and couldn't get to it. And now a whistle. And a penalty for interference coming here as Steven Lorenz is picking himself up off the ice. And so the Maple Leafs will get a power play opportunity here to even that count up at 2 apiece.
The Siegenthaler, I believe, is the Devil that's going to head to the bench, the penalty box.
New Jersey, number 71, 2-minute minor interference.
Interference is going to be the call. You probably could have called it a cross check as well. And the Leafs need something good to happen real soon.
Devils' penalty kill is ranked 11th in the National Hockey League, and they've scored 3 shorthanded goals while killing off penalties. Face off to the right of Markstrom. And the draw won by the Devils, and the Leafs have to start way back in their own zone.
Andre Palat actually has the 3rd most playoff goals in Tampa Bay Lightning history, only behind Kucherov and Stamkos.
Marner bringing the puck out at center, then drops it back. Matthews cradles it. 5 forwards on the ice for Toronto. That didn't work as it comes back out. Matthews mishandled the puck and put the play offside. So they'll face it off in the center ice area.
It's amazing, though, how a salary cap era, winning a championship means one thing. You got to change. Get rid of guys. Platt, Killorn, a lot of guys, Barclay Goodrow, a lot of guys that played significant roles in the bottom 6 for the Lightning.
Matthews back in his own zone, drops the puck back. Brought on by Marner through the center area, drops it again. Matthews with it now as he hits the blue line. Got into the zone, sent it around the boards. Tavares trying to get there. Poked high in the air. Nylander knocked it down. Comes back to the blue line. Marner missed it, and it's a breakaway. Here's Nico Hischier in a goal. And the best penalty killer on the team is Stolarz. Another incident there with 5 forwards as a centering pass in front. And Nyes couldn't redirect in front of the goal. Hughes gets it back to the blue line. Marner keeping it in. Left wing side and a shot. That's blocked. Rebound by Matthews getting it back to the point. And Marner wasn't there. And it's all the way back into the Toronto zone. And it's a thrill a minute. Here's Nylander into the zone. Nylander swinging it around the boards far side. Pacioretty got it back to the point. Now Willie closes, get it down low. Domi centering pass, and that was knocked wide. Leafs in the midst of a change as it is set out and down the ice by New Jersey with just 16 seconds left to go in the power play. Morgan Rielly starts back up ice. Best scoring chance on the power play was the breakaway by Hischier. And across the line, it's sent into the corner for Domi and around back of the net. Played on the boards for Ekman-Larsson. Larsson gets it off. A centering pass into the slot area. A wrist shot went high and wide of the Devils' goal. Kept in by Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Played down around into the corner to the far side. Pacioretty comes out of the corner with it. Looking for an outlet. Got it back to the point. Holding it there is Rielly. Near side for Oliver Ekman-Larsson. A shot. That was stopped. There was a rebound. And it's cleared by Nosen out into the center ice area. And the Devils will get it the rest of the way as the penalty is expired. Leafs being outshot 21-4 and trailing the game 1-0.
And did not have an official shot on that last power play either.
And an offside at the New Jersey blue line.
This is as tough a game as the Leafs have had this year. And I mean, as far as no energy, no execution.
No offensive zone time.
Like we said, you know, you got your top 5 on the ice in the power play, and you end up giving up a shorthanded breakaway. Although the Leafs had a couple of 2-on-1s while killing the penalty. And the same players involved in both, Matthews and Marner.
It's an interesting concept, and I know that it's a work in progress, but it's pretty exciting at both ends of the rink when you've got 5 forwards out there on the power play. Played out at center ice by Toronto. Brought into the zone now. Here the Leafs doer trying to get it in front of the net. He had Pontus Holmberg driving the net, but the puck never reached him. Down into the corner for Reeves. Reeves gets it back off the official's leg. Got another opportunity. Tried to play it in a little deeper. Connor Dewar did that. And the Devils now get it freed up and now start out with it with a long alley-oop backhand pass that went nowhere. Brought back by Chris Tanev. Tanev with a long shoot-in that was off the blocker of Markstrom. Not sure the Leafs will get credit for a shot on goal. That was on a deflection by Reeves. And Markstrom had to make a save on the short side and is able to cover up to stop play. The New Jersey Devils with a 1-0 lead, and Anthony Stolarz is the reason it's not more. Leafs being outshot 21-6 You're listening to Molson Leaf Hockey on Sportsnet 590, The Fan and the Maple Leafs Radio Network. Joe Bowen along with Jim Ralph as the Maple Leafs trail 1-0 to the New Jersey Devils.
Leafs season low in shots on goal actually came in a 3-1 win over the Detroit Red Wings this year. The last time they were in New Jersey, game 2 of the season, after 48 shots in the first game against Montreal, they only had 22 against the Devils.
There's a chance for Marner, looking for a redirect in front of the net. And Minton deflected it over top of the goal. Played high to center ice now by New Jersey. Matthews playing it back. Minton taking a shift here on this line. Played down into the corner and down into New Jersey territory. Matthews arrives on the scene, knocks his man down. Minton against the boards, trying to come away with it. Marner lost the handle on it. The Devils get it out at center. It'll be brought by Kovacevic to the line and just rolled into the Toronto zone. Leafs quickly onto the puck on the right wing side. It's a delayed offside, I guess what it was, and puck got back out at center. Devils have it back at their own blue line. Sigenthaler got it ahead for Haula, launched in off the far glass into the corner. Devils unable to get it away there from Oliver Ekman-Larsson, but it comes back to the point. Long shot, deflects wide of the Leaf goal, a wraparound, and Stolar's got over there nicely to thwart Nosen, trying to stuff it in on the short side. Icing call coming here against Toronto. 6:41 to play in the second period. Just the one goal to report on, and that was Andre Palat from Bratt. And it comes at 7:16.
Really, would you say only one difficult stop for Jacob Markstrom out of the 5 that he's faced? That was the Matthews in tight.
The breakaway by Matthews that he tried to go 5-hole. Yep. Another rolling puck to the side of the goal that Stolars will stop play on. Boy, there's one thing that you have to absolutely agree with me. The Leafs are absolutely ecstatic about their goaltending.
Oh,
ecstatic.
Yeah. The only other team that I think you could compare them to are the Washington Capitals, that have rotated their goaltenders and have had success doing it.
We've got goaltenders with .924 and .919 save percentages. And plenty of action. It's something to enjoy for sure. Right now they need to get some offense going. Around on the boards, it comes in the zone. Tanev was able to punch it back around far side. Pinching down there to keep it in was the Leaf defense. It goes around back of the net. Chipped by Cotter up on the left wing and sent high out and down into the Toronto end. And Benoit will go back to the loose puck. Simon Benoit on the wing for Tanev. Tanev's pass goes off a skate into New Jersey territory, but it's going to be called icing apparently by the linesman. Thought it went off a skate that would have continued play, but whistled down with 5:58 to go here in the second period.
The Leafs have really struggled with of late as the face-off dot. Remember in Pittsburgh, I think they were 30% at one point in the third period. It was 45% of the draws they've won so far in this one.
They win this one. Benoit sending it around the boards, but cut off at the point and kept in by New Jersey. Down around back of the net it goes. Trying to come out with it now is Bastian. He was taken off the disc, and the puck comes up on the wing, and Domi will just roll it out into the center ice area. Dillon trying to play it up, took a hit. Devils get it in over the line. Here's Bastian trying to get it in front of the net, and a penalty coming here to Benoit.
And again, it's not made by the official right there. I'm not saying it's not the right call, but again, I still haven't seen it. Have you?
No. Tatar holding his face, but the stick never came up there. He just went down. Oh, well, it is another power play for the Red Hot Devils as far as the power play is concerned. And the coach is a non-believer. You're listening to Molson Leaf Hockey on Sportsnet 590, The Fan and the Maple Leafs Radio Network. Second period brought to you by Desjardins Insurance. Get insurance that is really big on care. And the Leafs are killing the penalty here. And the penalty kill brought to you by your Ontario Honda dealer. Get home ice advantage on every drive with the new Civic Hybrid, proudly made in Ontario. Available now at your Ontario Honda dealer.
Well, Thomas Tatar went to lift the stick of Chris Tanev, and then Tanev's stick came up and caught him. Now, the official right there didn't see, but fortunately, the one 60 feet away could see through a scrum in front of the net. And the players had their backs to him, but somehow he was able to make the call, and Thomas Tatar, God bless him, is still alive and on the bench.
Craig Berube was upset. Now Matthews has stolen the puck. He's in a goal! Oh, and he shot it wide. The Leafs' best offense has been when they've been penalty killing. Devils shoot it in. Round on the boards near side Marner. Matthews trying to help out. 3 Leafs there as it goes to the far corner. Benoit's going to get there, and he's going to ring the boards with it and send it down the ice. Austin Matthews has had some glorious chances.
That's 3 all here in the second period.
Hamilton cruising through center. Played it in over the line. Would have been offside, but now Hughes steps in. He rolled it towards the net, but had it knocked off his stick at the last second there by Myers. To the side of the net. Centering pass comes out in front. Myers gets it again. Chance to clear. Hammered off the wall and set out and down the ice.
Craig Berube may start sending
was at the door. That's all right.
Craig Berube may just send 4 players out for the rest of the game.
No, yeah, penalty kill. 38 seconds left in the power play. Broken up at the Leaf defense and shot out and down the ice. It's better than the 6 guys on the power play.
Yes.
Drop pass now. Devils bring it in on the left wing. Trying to get around was Mercer. Got it down into the corner. Mercer trying to dig the puck free. The Newfoundland native was bowled over back of the goal. Leafs poke it up the boards, but it comes back to the net. Mercer tied up there by Benoit. Leafs get clear of it. Whoa! A clearing attempt by, was that Connor Timmins, was blocked, and it came right back in, and Stolars may have had to make his best save.
I think it was just all shock. It hit him, and he sort of fell backwards in disbelief.
Penalty over. Myers at the point. Now to Nylander into the slot. Myers rolls it towards the net, and unable to get a stick on it was Riley, who had crept in. Stepped in now with a wrist shot. That's blockered away. And did it hit Siegenthaler in the head? One of the Leafs was signaling that there might be an issue here. And I think a deflected shot may have come up. Yeah, hit Siegenthaler right in the head. And it was Mitch Marner who was signaling that maybe some attention was going to be required. What a save Stolars makes.
Connor Timmins. Well,
now, is that a shot on goal?
No, it's not.
Not when your own guy does it.
I remember Connor Yamamoto scored a goal for Edmonton in Toronto. And did not have a shot on goal. It was, remember, from behind the net, it went off the skate.
Okay, yeah. 3:08 to play in the period. Still 1-0 New Jersey, and Siegenthaler getting some attention at the New Jersey bench. Leafs poke the puck to the end boards, then come out with it in a backhand by Matthews, squirted wide. Kept in around the boards. This is as dangerous as Austin Matthews has been since his return from injury, in my humble estimation.
With the confidence with the finish is just off, isn't it?
Yep. Nylander kept the puck in momentarily. Devils bank it off the boards to the Toronto blue line. Broken up there by the Leafs, but chipped in as Myers couldn't come up with it. Now Myers working back along the boards. Got it. Up on the wing, it'll be cleared and just trickling out into the center ice area before being shot back in again by New Jersey. Hustling after it, Myers took a hit to make a play and got it ahead to Tavares. Tavares with a rink-wide feed. Cross the line, it is shot in well wide of the New Jersey zone. Pacioretty takes his man to the boards. Domi couldn't get into the forecheck. Puck sent back out into neutral ice, and now the Devils send it the rest of the way on an errant pass. And with exactly 2 minutes to go in the second period, the Leafs trailing 1-0. It is a face-off on an icing coming back in New Jersey territory.
It's hard to look at it as a huge improvement, right? You're down 1 here in the second period. You're even after the first. You're being outshot 10-5. And they've had great scoring chances shorthanded. I mean, you're kind of grasping at straws, other than the fact that Anthony Stolarz has not given up the next goal that really you would feel would put the Leafs out of this game.
Devils work it out at center ice. Played in by Halla on the right wing. Turned over. Devils get it back again at center, and it is snapped in by Justin Dowling. Stolarz out of the cage to play it around on the boards. Out come the Leafs to center with Domi, trying to flip it ahead for Tavares. That didn't work. Domi gets back into the defensive chore, and the puck comes up on the wing, and now here's Pacioretty. Here's Tavares loose going front of the net, and a shot by Domi was stopped on a good save made by Markstrom. Pacioretty elected to go to Domi, and I thought maybe Tavares was the one, but Tavares now gets it in over the line. Knocked off the puck and knocked down on the play. Oh, what a hit! As Hughes got thundered to the ice by Pacioretty. Pacioretty hasn't gotten up yet, though. Now he does.
Whistle, have you?
Not yet. Well, now I hear a bunch of them. Oh, Hughes just got pasted. Just got pasted by Max Pacioretty.
Nobody's really doing anything about it. I don't believe there was a penalty on the play. Play seemed to continue. All we could see was the scrum in the aftermath of the hit.
Now, in fairness, I think hit. Hughes caught wind of it a little bit. He tried to duck, but Pacioretty went right through him. Dougie Hamilton then dropped his stick as if he was going to... Oh, yeah, no, he really got clobbered. I'm sorry. He didn't duck. He got hit.
I don't know if Hamilton's picking up penalty, but play continued on.
No, it doesn't look like there's any penalty. Yeah, I guess the whistle went thinking that Hughes might be hurt. One of the 3 Hughes boys in the National Hockey League. Welcome to the Sutter family. Minute 3 to go in the period. Riley getting the puck ahead for Nylander. He couldn't knife it ahead. Devils will flip it back in, and Chris Tanev is there. Tanev starts back with a pass ahead on the right wing. Marner slides in over the line with a drop pass, and Riley looking for Matthews in front of the net, and he couldn't get the redirect to work. Brendan Dillon will send it back into the Toronto zone. Chipped around the boards and back out at center ice. Racing after it here is the Leafs. Lorenz couldn't get it in front of the net, and it's back out at center as Marner trying to get back to it. Brought in over the line now by Palat. Palat is the goal scorer in the game. Pass out from the wing, well out of the reach of Minton. Is going to go down into the Devils zone, but icing waved off for some reason. New Jersey gets it back out at center ice. Leafs off the boards now with the puck and in over the line. Minton racing after it into the far corner. Squeezed off there efficiently by Luke Hughes. Puck comes to the side of the goal. Unable to get it in front as it comes around, and time will run out. Just the one goal from Palat, his 4th from Bratt. And the Maple Leafs trail in the game 1-0. Outshot 25-6. But a better second period, if you can believe it.
Yeah, despite losing the period 1-0, they were better, at least generating something off the penalty kill. Another thing to look at, the Devils, a perfect 15-0 when leading after 2 periods of play. And I believe, Joe, this is the 4th straight game the Leafs will enter the 3rd period. Oh, no, I guess they were tied against Washington. But it's been a while since they've had a lead into the 3rd.
It is 1-0 New Jersey. We'll step aside Ailish Forfar and Justin Cuthbert to bring you our second period intermission. You're listening to Molson Leaf Hockey on Sportsnet 590 The Fan, Maple Leafs Radio Network. Play about to get underway for the 3rd period from the Prudential Center in downtown Newark, New Jersey.
Bet 365 out of town scoreboard. I think it's coming back from the Avalanche. That's 3-2 now. Sharks leading the Hurricanes 2-1. 4-1 Flyers over the Blue Jackets. Kings leading the Islanders 2-1. Should be a few more after that. Oh, Boston up on... They're down to the Winnipeg Jets 2-0 in the 1st.
Play it around the boards. 2 teams that are struggling. Devils start out of their own end. They get to the red line and fire it into the zone around back of the Toronto goal. Good play by Tanev to free it up against the boards. Devils are able to come away with it as they chip it towards the blue line. Kovacevic Sends it back in, and his numerical counterpart, Tanev, gets it to the line, but not out. Right back in behind the goal. Tanev into the corner for Ekman Larsson. Up on the left wing for Nyes. Nyes, a long right wing pass. Tavares got it in front of the net, and it was tipped just wide by Nylander. Pretty good scoring chance engineered there by John Tavares, who comes away with the loose puck back to the goal. Tavares getting it back to the point on the left side. Riley goes D to D. Here's Myers with a wrist shot, and that's wide. Riley corrals at the near point, sends it back from whence it came. Back of the net, Tavares. Tavares banking it back to Myers. Myers sends it around the boards again. Pacioretty chipping it to Riley. Riley bringing it out in front of the backhand, and the loose puck in the goal crease area. Knifed away, but not out. Leafs keeping it in. Nylander's pass, though, hits a skate and comes to center ice. Good shift to start the period by the Maple Leafs. Fired right back in again. Upended there was Pontus Holmberg. He goes into the corner. Minton comes away with the loose puck in the far corner. Got it back to the point. The one-timer right on. That was stopped by Markstrom. Domi hustling in along the boards. Benoit pinches. Now Pontus Holmberg playing it back to the point, but Minton was out of the vicinity and couldn't corral it. Leafs have to go back in their own zone to come away with the puck. Benoit, long lead pass off Domi, but it'll be an icing call. Linesman emphatically makes the call as he has a stick in his hand as well to emphasize it's icing. Boy, Max Domi needs a goal, doesn't he?
It has been a struggle. I mean, he's missed the last 9, obviously, with injury, but has not scored this season. In fact, 13 games without a point coming into this game.
Down into the corner. It is played on the backhand by the Leafs down the ice. It'll be another icing call. And it'll come back into the Toronto zone. Third period brought to you by, well, nobody at this particular point. I got ahead of myself. My bad.
Bowen Broadcasting.
Bowen Broadcasting and R. Ralph Enterprises.
R. Ralph?
J. Ralph Enterprises. Well,
Right. And we're advertising for R. Ralph.
yes. Draw one by the Devils, and a long wrist shot is handled easily by Anthony Stolarz, and so another faceoff coming in the Toronto end.
That will allow the shot clock to click to 30 for the New Jersey Devils. Seen Connor Timmins just coming back to the Leaf bench. I don't know whether might have had equipment repairs that would have kept him out in the dressing room.
30-8. The Leafs have been outshot in the game, but trail 1-0, and they're a shot away from equalizing here and getting right back into this thing. Lorenz sends it down into the zone. He scored the winning goal in the win over New Jersey the first go-round. Lead pass at center, and that's going to be an offside at the Toronto blue line. Max Pacioretty scored the first Leaf goal of the season in the second game against the New Jersey Devils as well at the Prudential Center.
It's actually got off to a 3-0 lead in that game. You mentioned that was the first start for Dennis Hildeby. Anthony Stolarz did not play because he opened the season for the Leafs the night before in a 1-0 loss in Montreal.
Leafs control the face-off, got it to center. Marner sends it back to the defense, fed ahead onto the right wing side. Marner just steps in, rolls it into the left wing corner. Matthews went in there after it. Marner is able to block the path along the boards, and Matthews stole the puck momentarily. Now Nyes in back of the net. Matthews is tripped. I don't see an arm. Nope. The gentleman with the stripes was right there.
Well, the guy at center ice seemed to be making all the calls.
Most of them, yeah. In against the boards, Nyes in the near corner. Marner into the forecheck as well. Matthews hovering around, hoping for a loose puck to develop. It comes back to the point. Riley goes D to D. Wrist shot by Myers. Tripped in front of the net. And then a backhand by Nyes. Slid wide of the goal as Kovacevic took Nyes down. Devils get it out at center, and they're going to backhand it down into the Toronto zone. Morgan Riley goes back to the loose puck. Approaching 4 minutes played into the third. Backhanded into the zone by Tavares. In against the boards, Pacioretty. Nylander tries to help out. Nylander is tripped. There's going to be a penalty. And it'll be touched here by the Devils, and that's a weak one, too, I think. When we look at it again, it's going to go to Luke Hughes, but it'll even the power play situation up to 3 apiece.
New Jersey, number 43. 2-minute minor, tripping.
Yeah, I think they just get their feet kind of tangled up together. Nylander was the one that went down. I thought there were infractions before that. Remember the one off Austin Matthews or the one on Matthew Nyes in front of the net that were a little more severe than the one they called, but the Leafs have to try to take advantage of it now.
Well, they'll go, I believe, with the 6 forwards again. Nope. No, they're not. Morgan Rielly is stationed on the blue line.
Imagine Marner's on the right point.
Yep. And the draw is 1, so no Matthew Nyes on the power play. And it's brought out into the center ice area, and Rielly goes back to retrieve it. Brought on now by Marner. He drops for Rielly, who carries in across the line. Leafs get it off on the left wing side, but it was off the heel of the stick of Matthews and comes to center ice. Marner will drop it back, and Morgan Rielly turns. Rielly carries down the right wing. Got to the line and in. Brand had it knocked off his stick, brought in over the line by the Leafs, but it's poked out at center again by New Jersey. Now a lead pass ahead for Matthews. Matthews to the line, brought it in on a backhand off the stick of Hughes, and Jack Hughes sends it down the ice trying to kill off his brother's penalty.
Leafs appear to be doing it for him. Boy, they can't even get into the New Jersey zone.
Another drop pass brought on by Nylander. With speed to the line. Fed it in on the wing. Lost it. Shot down the ice again by New Jersey. And the Leafs trying to get organized here as Stolarz goes to the puck and gets it back. And a minute 10 has gone by, and the Leafs have not gotten it into the zone to even get set up.
Yeah, the faceoff was the only time it was in there, wasn't it?
Yep. Nylander to the line and in. Splits to the right wing side. Centers in front. It comes back to Pacioretty. Into the slot area. Unable to shoot it, though, was the Leafs' Ekman-Larsson. Down into the corner. Domi holds and gets it back to Ekman-Larsson. Ekman-Larsson back on the far side. A one-timer by Domi deflected wide of the goal, and it's going to carry him all the way out at center ice.
Again, Joe, nobody to the front of the net. Nyes is back out on the ice. Pacioretty as well, but the puck's at the point. Nobody in front of Markstrom.
Timmins gets to the loose puck to play it back to the defense. Long shot. Got through. There's a rebound. They bang away at it. Markstrom got a stick on it and then lost his stick. Back to the point. It comes another shot taken by Domi. Another shot. And that deflected wide. Timmins keeping it in. Leafs with pressure now that the penalty has expired. And the Devils are going to get it out into neutral ice and get it to center and shoot it into the Toronto zone. Stolarz swinging it around the boards. Leafs will regroup it back at the net. 13:36 to play here in period number 3. 1-0 New Jersey. Long lead pass. Went off a stick and into the zone, but quickly brought back by New Jersey. Dowling in on the right side. His shot deflects high, and it is easily caught by the left hand of Stolarz to stop play and bring a face-off in the Toronto zone. With 13:21 left to play in the third period. The Leafs trail 1-0. You're listening to Molson Leaf Hockey on Sportsnet 590, The Fan, and the Maple Leafs Radio Network. Joe Bowen along with Jim Ralph, Armin Zagarian, and Andrew Adams pretending they're playing radio and helping us out. With 13:21 left to play here in the third period. Anthony Stolarz has been the hero of the Maple Leafs as he has faced 29 shots. Puck in the Toronto zone. Pontus Holmberg gets it to Benoit. Benoit to his defense partner, and then punched up at center ice. Leafs go into the neutral zone, and Benoit sends it down into New Jersey territory. Taking a hit there from Andre Palat. Puck bounces high to center ice. Three Devils to center. To the line and in. On the right side, Dougie Hamilton. Played it back, but it's intercepted, and Connor Dewar just plays it off the boards and gets it into New Jersey territory and peels to the bench. Devils with Hamilton back in over the line. Rielly stole it back. Tried to find a man breaking it was Marner. Now Marner steals the puck, got it back into the slot, but it was out of the reach of Matthews. Back down into the Toronto zone. Myers pulls up there to elude the forecheck as the Devil player went sprawling. Then a shot from an angle is into the glove of Stolarz. And he will stop play at the 30th shot on goal for New Jersey. And the New Jersey native, Anthony Stolarz, has been the game's #1 star.
Well, he's had a number of these games, especially on the road, where there just hasn't been any offense. We mentioned the first game of the year, a 1-0 loss in Montreal. There was a 2-1 overtime loss in Minnesota. Back for a stretch there, I think his goals against average was better on the road. And his win-loss record was way better at home.
The shot off the face-off, stopped by Stolarz. The Leafs are 4-5-2 on the road. And the Devils, ironically, although they're 18-10-2, are just 7-6-2 at home, including the loss to the Maple Leafs as it's brought in offside. And play whistle dead with 11:58 to play in the third period. Again, join us on Thursday night when the Ducks of Anaheim are going to be in town. That game at 7 o'clock on Thursday night from Scotiabank Arena.
It's amazing, though, isn't it, how the first month or 6 weeks of the season you think, well, it's just the start. But then it becomes your identity for the rest of the regular season. And whether it's power play, penalty kill, defensive play, lack of offense, all of a sudden, and from a Leaf standpoint, it's hard to figure out. But here we are into the third period. The 3 games coming into this one, the Leafs had only scored 6 goals, and all 2 of those 3 were at home. So now you're saying it's 6 goals in almost 4 games, and the power play continues to struggle. And you're thinking, well, coming into the regular season, you didn't think that would be a problem.
But on the positive side, they're much better defensively, and their goaltending has been outstanding. Well, it's hard to, I guess, trying to get it all put into place. Here's Riley at the left point. Sends a shot purposely wide of the goal. Tavares works around back of the net. Tried to chip it back of the goal for Nylander, and does. Willie trying to come out on his backhand back to the point. Riley can't send it to the net. Sends it wide, and then a bouncing puck at the side of the goal was scooped to the net by Tavares. And Markstrom had to be alert there to pin himself up against the goalpost to stop that.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, you come into the season and you're saying, look, we have to defend better. But you're not thinking, you're already taking for granted we've got the offense. Mm-hmm. And yet there seems to be a little bit of a trade-off. And, you know, even though the Leafs have, what are they up to here in the third period? 4 shots on goal in the third, 5 now. But still, just not sharp in the offensive zone. And we saw that just on the zone entries in the power play.
Got back down the ice by New Jersey. Up ahead on the left wing for Nyes. Nyes shoots it in. Marner with him as the puck goes in on the far side. Matthews chasing. Puck back of the net. Played up on the wing. Kept alive there by Ekman-Larsson. Matthews couldn't get it in front. Marner after it as it goes into the corner and sent around back of the net for Jonas Sigenthaler. He got it to the line, but it won't clear. Kept in on the backhand by Marner. Hit there by Nyes. Takes his man down from behind. And there's going to be a penalty here to Nyes. Kovacevic is down on a knee.
What is this going to be, a boarding
feels
call?
all right to get up and say a few things to Connor Timmins, who is probably questioning whether the diving board was anywhere near where he was. But anyway, we'll wait and see. Nyes, I believe, is going to get the penalty. And so the Devils, who have the best power play in the league, are going to the 4th
2-minute minor, boarding.
opportunity.
And Kovacevic goes into the boards. And I mean, this is a penalty. It's right into the numbers by Matthew Nyes, but it happens so quickly that Kovacevic starts Joe to go towards behind the net and then pulls up and stops. And by then, Matthew Nyes had already committed to the hit. I think he probably thought it was going to be shoulder on shoulder until the New Jersey defenseman pulled up.
Oh, Devils in across the line. Big penalty kill here for the Maple Leafs. Hughes dropping it back to the point to Hamilton. Hamilton gives it back to Hughes. Hughes down the right wing boards. Back to Hamilton. Over on the left wing side. Trying to work in. It goes to the side of the net. Good play against Nossen right at the side of the net. Now Hughes with it once more. Got away in front of the goal, away from the Leafs. Lorenz. It goes around back of the net. Kept alive on the near side. Trying to come out with it is Bratt. To the left wing side, and a shot deflected off the blocker of Stolarz. Leafs still can't come up with the loose puck. Knocked to the side of the net. Bratt looking for it on the near wing and gets it back to the point. It comes to Dougie Hamilton. Hamilton goes D to the left wing side to Hughes. Hughes closes with a shot, and Stolarz may have got a piece of that, and then Bratt couldn't keep it in, and Lorenz almost poked that off his stick, and he'd have been away to the races. Brought in over the line again by the Devils. Broken up in the goal crease area. The shot right on. That was stopped. There's still a scramble going on. Stolarz is down. Still free. The puck is knocked away, and the Leafs are going to get it out. What a scramble that was. And now here's trying to get to it. Lorenz and a shot. Scores! The Leafs score a shorty from off the rush. And of all people, it's Pontus Holmberg.
You and I talked in the intermission where this is a game where the bottom six need to contribute. And after a big scramble in front of Stolarz, where it looked like the Devils were going to take a 2-0 lead, the Leafs are able to clear it. But what happens, Joe? The Leafs clear it, and it's Connor Dewar that gives chase first. But it's Pontus Holmberg who follows up on the play and sweeps it through the legs of the New Jersey goaltender Markstrom. I believe that Holmberg's first NHL goal was in New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken, in a 2-1 win.
Well, his second of the season is a huge one here that ties the game at 10:42.
The first one was an empty net goal.
Brought on now by the Devils in across the line. They sweep it, a goal! And a big save made by Stolarz. Hughes, Luke Hughes, went end to end and blew by the Leaf defenseman on that side. Is that Connor Timmins? Yes, it was. And in on the backhand, but Stolarz went right with him across the front of the crease to make the save.
And we're getting a look at that play again. As good as Stolarz has been at one end, for Markstrom, this is not a great one. This is right along the ice, 5-0.
To it. It does, yeah.
Stolarz is going to pick up an assist on that?
I hope so. He's been the best player. He might as well get some points. Leafs send the puck out and down the ice with now a dozen seconds left in the penalty. Up on the right side. Blocked there nicely by Benoit. Benoit tries to find a Nylander breaking, but it was knocked down at the blue line. Nylander had gone into the offensive zone. The Leafs have to hold up before sending it in to avoid the offside. Cleared off the glass and out at center ice. Going back into his own zone, Morgan Rielly. Rielly to his defense partner. Played up on the wing at the blue line. Tavares got it out, but the Devils have possession in their own zone. Near boards now for Kovacevic. Kovacevic's pass to center. Brought in over the line on the left wing, and a shot deflects off the stick of the Leaf defender on that side, Myers. And it goes up into the screen and out of play. But the Leafs on a shorthanded goal, the team's second. And the second goal of the season by Pontus Holmberg has tied this game at 1. You're listening to Molson Leaf Hockey on Sportsnet 590, The Fan, and the Maple Leafs Radio Network. Maple Leafs tied the game on a shorthanded goal by Pontus Holmberg from Connor Dewar at 10:42. They've actually been more offensive-minded and better while killing penalties tonight. Austin Matthews had a couple of great chances. Here's Tanev sending it into the zone. Down the boards, a hit by Pacioretty, sends it around into the far corner. Pesce gets to it and now launches it high out at center ice. It bounces over Benoit's stick, and he lost it. It comes in front of the goal, and Nylander got it to the far boards and now finds Benoit, who will get it out. Misfiring on a pass for Tavares. Puck up on the right wing side. Paul Cotter sends it into the Toronto end. Down the boards, it'll come around back of the net. Morgan Riley with it now, trying to play it up on the boards. Pacioretty couldn't get out. Minton does. Up on the right side, and Myers wires it into the zone. Domi got it freed up as he goes around back of the net. Centered in front of the goal, and coming off the bench there with some force was that Holmberg again. And the puck almost reached him as Domi tried to set him up coming down the slot.
Well, and just double checking, it was almost 2 years ago that Pontus Holmberg had his first NHL goal in the very same building against the Devils. Came at 14:03 of the second period, assisted by Alex Kerfoot. And the Leafs ended up winning that game by a 2-1 score.
Well, it's 1-1 here now. Minton lost the face-off. Devils get it out into the center ice area. Three of them across the blue line on the left wing side, and a shot deflected off a Toronto body and went wide. It has been a physical event here tonight. Leafs have certainly been very much involved in the physicality, that's for sure, as it's played back to the point. Long shot drifts wide of the Leaf goal. Another shot high and wide by Hamilton. Karams to the left wing side. Back it comes to Hamilton on the right point. Another long shot blockered away nicely there. And Domi just rolls it off the boards and gets it into Devils territory. Hamilton going back to it. The veteran defenseman gets it up on the right side. Had to go in over the line. The Leafs come away with it. Tanev circles, looks up ice, tried to make a pass ahead for Matthews, but it was in over the line. Then Matthews was able to knock it a little further back of the net, but the Devils get it up on the right wing side. And Mercer, trying to get it out, will get it into neutral ice. Knocked off the stick. Tanev goes back for it. Devils are changing, and it is around the boards. It'll find Benoit. Benoit, a pass ahead, dropped off by Marner to Tanev. Got to the red line, shot into the zone, but it ended up going high. And wait, did that go out of play? The players were certainly pointing that way, but play goes on, and a shot by Marner deflected wide. That was very strange.
Yeah, and this is reviewable. If the Leafs end up scoring, New Jersey can challenge it to see if the puck did in fact leave the ice surface. But there was about two steamboat delay before the puck finally resurfaced on the ice.
Arms up in the air. Well, they're not going to be able to do it now as they've gotten to center and shoot it in. Around the boards, back of the net. Chipped along the boards for Nylander. He just gets it out. Pacioretty will apply some forechecking. Devils get it up on the left wing. 5:17 to play in the third period. We're deadlocked at a goal. Down the boards, trying to work it in around the boards is Pesce as it goes into the left wing corner. Nasson overskated the puck. The Leafs come away with it. Tavares with a little backhand pass that Pacioretty couldn't help out. Devils get it in over the line, but Benoit is there. Benoit was tackled and knocked down on the play by Paul Cotter. Cotter is still down on all fours as the puck comes free, and it is pushed ahead, and Pacioretty starts away. Up ahead on the right side, Nylander into the zone. Along the boards for Pacioretty, got it in front, but Tavares couldn't deliver a backhand. And the Devils will play it high, out and down the ice, and wow. There's a very generous icing call made by the linesman here to bring it back into the Devils' end of the rink.
Because Zamboni might have been able to lap that a couple of times.
It could have. Yes, it could have. Yep.
Well, the shots 35-12 overall. 8-6 the advantage for the Devils here in the third period.
Face off to the right of Jacob Markstrom. Game tied 1-1. Draw one, back to the point, kept in by Morgan Riley. Rings the boards to the far side. Devils can't get it out. Cut off by Pontus Holmberg. Sent around the boards to the near side. Domi trying to get to it. Riley pinches. Backhanded by Tatar. Not out. Kept in by Toronto. Swept around the boards by Luke Hughes. And it's going to slide out at center ice, and the Leafs go back for it. Holmberg. A pass in over the line for Matthews. Domi trying to help out as he goes into the corner after it. Holmberg got to it. Got it front for Matthews. And he got the shot away, but into the glove of Jacob Markstrom and held for a face-off in the Devils' zone.
Interesting combination. Craig Berube goes with Matthews, Domi, and Holmberg out in that last shift.
It is a 1-1 tie. You're listening to Molson Leaf Hockey on Sportsnet 590 The Fan and the Maple Leafs Radio Network. Base on a shorty have tied the game. And Anthony Stolarz has shut the door for Toronto.
It's been a battle, hasn't it?
Has
For
it?
him. He's just battled through scrums and a lot of screenshots.
Butterfly and panic. He's had to do a lot of it. He's faced 35 shots. Guess what? That save percentage is not taking a beating here tonight, is it?
Or the goals against.
No, exactly. He came in with a save percentage of .924. Played high to center ice. Bouncing puck to the Leaf zone, and then a shot. Oh, and Stolarz has to make another big-time save on a giveaway, on a bouncing puck that Riley and Myers failed to corral.
Yeah, this is just a 2-on-2. I think it's Dawson Mercer is the one that finally gets it. No, it's not. It's not Mercer. He's the one that was able to set up Timo Meier.
Yep.
But it was a 2-on-2, but the puck kept bouncing into the feet of Philip Meier as he was backing up. And the Devils get a scoring chance off a very innocent-looking play.
They win the face-off, and the shot from the left point. Another pad save made by Stolarz, and out comes Tanev to launch it high off a stick. No, says the linesman. Yes, says the linesman. Waves off icing. Puck in the offensive zone for Toronto, but punched out at center. Cleared to an open wing. Leafs are going to get to it, and Marner turns. Mitch Marner held off the score sheet so far. Sends it into the corner for Nyes. Chopped around the boards. Marner couldn't get to it. Cleared by the Devils out and down the ice. And an icing call is going to come here with 3:02 left to play in the third period. Game tied 1-1. And if the Leafs pull a victory out of the hat here, it will be nothing short of
Thievery?
larceny. Oh, as my new name, Larson E. Whipsnade. Larceny. No, Larson E. Whipsnade. That's an old W.C. Fields.
Yeah, I was going to say it.
Well before your
Wherever
time.
it's from, it was dated.
Larson.
I thought you were going to say wool mule somewhere in there.
Larson. Larson E. Whipsnade. Shot down the ice into the Leaf zone. Played along the boards on the left wing side, and out at center it comes. Trying to get it in over the line was Pontus Holmberg. He did. Centering pass by Minton went wide, and the Devils will get it out at center. Hamilton skates through the neutral zone. Got it in over the line. Trying to get a shot away is Jesper Bratt. Bratt holds, goes D to D on the far side, and a shot blockered away by Stolarz. And the Leafs Domi trying to one-hand it out, does on a rolling puck, but Hamilton's going to shoot it right back in again. Round on the far side for Timmins. Tried to play it up the boards, didn't get it out. Gets another opportunity, finds his defense partner, and Ekman Larsson gets it ahead, and Timmins will send it into the zone and head to the bench. Markstrom out of the goal to play it around the boards. 2 minutes and 4 seconds to play in the third period. A 1-1 tie. Hughes back in his own zone. Played it ahead on the right side and into the Toronto end. Stolarz punches it back along the wall for Benoit. Got it ahead for Nylander. Tried to get it out for Tavares to get away, but couldn't. Now Willie does. Works to center. Tavares follows up and is into the zone. Falling down was a defenseman, but Tavares couldn't take advantage of it. One of the defensemen got caught up in his feet. Puck comes back to the blue line, just kept in by Benoit. Swept around the boards and back of the goal. It comes into the left wing corner. Minute 23 left to play. Played out at center ice. Leafs trying to get to a loose puck, and they do in their own zone. Riley off the glass, narrowly missing, getting that a little bit too high. And it's going to turn into an icing anyway, which is the better of the two evils. That was about 6 inches from being too high and into the stands, and a penalty.
But you know what, Kovacevic, I thought the puck went right past him, and he just lets it go. I mean, it bounces past him, but I think that's what Craig Berube is yelling about. And let's hope from a Leaf standpoint this doesn't turn out to be a significant call.
Minute 12 to go in the third. Draw to the right of Stolarz. Tavares at least is on the ice to take the faceoff against Hischier. Or is he?
And they've been out for a long time. Tavares over a minute on this
and
shift.
Tavares won the draw. Played around the boards. Nyes battles against the wall, trying to punch it out against Kovacevic, and they finally do. And now a minute left to go in the third. Kovacevic back in his own zone. Got it up on the right wing side for Dawson Mercer. Mercer comes to center. Formerly with the Chicoutimi Saugines in the Quebec League. Up on the wing it comes, and now Nyes skates to center, and he'll bounce it in to the New Jersey end. Around the boards, played by Sigenthaler up on the wing. The Leafs get there, and now Matthews centering pass. Can't get it to Nyes cleanly, but it's kept in at the point. Tanev getting it around back of the net. Cut off by the goaltender. Fed up on the boards. Tanev kept it in. Shot it wide of the goal. 23 seconds, and it is that far away from the Leafs getting an improbable point. Back of the net, Nylander. Starting out of his own end. Works through center. Nylander across the line, trying to split the defense. Shot on the short side that was knocked away by Markstrom. Puck into the corner, and the final 3 seconds are going to tick down as a last-minute shot taken there by Ekman-Larsson goes wide. And Anthony Stolarz, thank you for the point. With a bit of an assistance from Pontus Holmberg, the Leafs outshot 38-12. Are going to force this game to overtime.
And I think you've already got to look at this as a win. I mean, just to get a point out of a game like this where you've struggled throughout. I mean, they've been a little better as each period has gone on, but certainly not sharp. And Anthony Stolarz is the reason. I mean, you stopped 37 out of 38 in regulation time. You're the player of the game. Now it's the bonus point. Hopefully, the Leafs can reward the goaltender for a great night's work.
You're listening to Molson Leaf Hockey on Sportsnet 590, The Fan, and the Maple Leafs Radio Network. Going to overtime. The Leafs and the Devils are tied at a goal.
It's hard to believe with all the talent offensively on both sides, we got a 1-1 tie after 60.
37-12. The shots favoring the Devils after 60 minutes of play, and they bring the puck in right off the hop. Right in on goal, and it was whisted wide there by Hughes. Puck going the other way. Leafs in over the line. Morgan with Matthews in, and that was over the net as it knocked into the far corner. Did Markstrom get a piece of that? I don't think so, Jimmy.
I don't think so. And for Austin Matthews, that's what, 3 missed nets.
Hughes brings it to the line, then brings it back into the center ice area. Stretching things back, the Leafs are going to get a change, and Hughes now decides to bring it up on the wing to the line and in. Nylander trying to get to it as it's played around the boards. It's going to sail all the way back out into the center ice area, and Hughes will try it again. Hughes in on the left wing, going wide there against Ekman-Larsson. Plays it back into the neutral zone again. And going back to regroup is Luke Hughes. And Luke Hughes starts out. Hughes with speed hitting the line. Got in around Nylander and in on the right side. Mercer goes into the corner with it. Dawson Mercer getting it back to the point. Haula trying to get a shot away. Can't. And it's back at center ice. Excuse me, it was Bratt going back to retrieve it. Bratt gets it up on the wing. A return pass partially blocked. New Jersey gets possession again. And the bad change by the Leafs, and Bratt sends the puck well wide of the goal, and Tavares trying to get it out, but missed on an attempted pass for Domi.
Boy, 2 Leafs went off, including Willie Nylander. Well, New Jersey has the puck at their own blue line.
Now the Devils in on the left wing. Driving is Meyer, going in on the backhand. A wraparound attempt thwarted there by Morgan Rielly. Comes back towards the blue line. Rielly can't get to it, but he's mirrored his man very well here as Bratt plays it over on the far side, and now the Devils bring it back out. The Leafs have really not had possession of the puck other than the Matthews shot, and here's the Devils trying to get it in front, and it's knocked away, and now the Leafs do have the puck, and it's down the left wing boards. Trying to work in now, Tavares, he stops. Tavares still with it, lost the handle on it. Now unable to get it back, and then we'll head to the bench for a change. Devils bringing it back.
Fortunately for Tavares, it was really a Lone Ranger rush, a 1-on-3, and nobody could catch up to him to help him.
Hughes out there against Marner and Matthews. And Hughes circling in the neutral zone. Now goes back into his own territory. Played it off on the right wing side. Palat is with them. Hughes Now starting back to the line. Works in over the line. The Leafs have not had a shootout game this year. As a shot blocked by Stolars. Puck goes out at center and the foot race is on. Trying to get to it, Matthews. Matthews is in! Scores! Holy Mackinac! Austin Matthews wins the game in overtime!
About the fifth opportunity Austin Matthews has had at that end of the ice. 3 in the second period, 2 in overtime, and finally his last one. After a puck rebounds off of Anthony Stolars and out towards center ice, Austin Matthews finds it, outfights his man Brett Pesce to get the puck, move in on Markstrom, and from about the top of the crease, just roofs it over the left shoulder under the crossbar with Pesce right on his tail to give the Leafs probably the first win this year that they absolutely steal.
Should Anthony Stolars get an assist on this goal?
I think so. It's a rebound.
I think he should too. Absolutely.
Unless it was blocked in front, but I believe Stolars got his blocker on it. That's what produced the big rebound out to center ice. And Austin Matthews tracks it down and finishes it off. But you talked about the goaltending at the start of the game, that what they're happy with. This was a steal right here from a Leafs standpoint. I think even just getting a point, you were saying, you know what, you got to be thrilled with that because they had no business taking anything out of this game. It was a game where the offense was flat. It looked like they were frustrated, low energy, except for one guy that battled.
Well, Larson E. Whipsnade. Larceny. Yes, it was. And Anthony Stolars provides all of that. 3 stars brought to you by Desjardins Insurance. Get insurance. It's really big on care. I got the first one. I know who the first one is.
Okay. Austin Matthews scored the goal.
Yeah.
All right. You know, it's really tough to do, like 38-14. It's hard to say we're going to go all Leafs on this one. So I thought Dougie Hamilton was great for the New Jersey Devils. We'll slide him into the number 2 spot. 3rd star, even though Austin Matthews ends the game, Pontus Holmberg's first goal of the year with a goalie in the net. He had an empty net goal earlier. So Holmberg 3rd, Dougie Hamilton 2nd, and anyone you want could be star number 1.
Well, I like the guy with the funny pads on, personally. I thought he was really good tonight.
He did give up that goal in the second period.
He did, and I'm sure he'll be admonished for that when he gets in the dressing room.
We'll slide him in, Anthony Stolars. So 3rd star, Holmberg, 2nd, Dougie Hamilton. And by the way, Hamilton only played 20 games last year. That was as big a reason as any that New Jersey missed the playoffs. I thought he was fantastic.
All right, there you have it. Lots to talk about as we step aside for Ailish Forfar and Justin Cuthbert with the invitation to join us Thursday night from Scotiabank Arena when the Anaheim Ducks come a-calling. You've been listening to Molson Leaf Hockey on Sportsnet 590, The Fan and the Maple Leafs Radio Network.